Today I'm going to be reviewing this Kaffe electric blade coffee grinder that was recently sent to me by the brand. So let me go ahead and open this up, show you exactly what you're going to get inside. So it's going to come with the cord, of course, as well as the coffee grinder. It's going to come with the instructions, should be relatively basic. You shouldn't need too many instructions for that. And also comes with this little brush for you to clean it out. So let me go ahead and pull this out of here. And let's go ahead and plug it in. I do have some coffee beans, some whole beans that I'm going to test it out with. So for this, I believe to get it to go on, you're just going to take and push down. Yep. You're just going to take and push down on this once you get the lid down inside of there. So you're just going to push the lid all the way down and then push on that and it will grind up your coffee beans. So let's get some beans and put them in there. So I don't have a ton of beans that I put inside of there, but just a decent amount. Going to take and put that down in there. Now I'm going to go ahead and grind. And you can see you can adjust exactly how coarse or how fine they are based on how long you're going to push this button. I'm kind of having an angle. You're going to typically want to have it flat, but I've got it at an angle just so you can kind of see the beans kind of rotating inside of there. So I'm just going to go for a few seconds here. It doesn't take too terribly long. That's probably going to be fine enough. Let's go ahead and pop that off. And yeah, that's going to be relatively, I would probably call that coarse. If you want to go even finer, you can certainly do that. And that didn't go down all the way on there. There we go. This lid will have to be all the way on there for you to be able to turn it back on. It's like a safety mechanism where the lid has to be all the way down for you to be able to do it. So I went a little bit finer on there. And you can see that one got even finer. Now here's the main issue with this coffee grinder is that now that I've got that inside of there, now what, right? So to get it out, you are going to kind of need to pour it into a container of some sort. This lid would work, I suppose. I could pour it inside of there, but you're probably going to want it to have like a coffee container of some sort that you're pouring these into. And then you're obviously going to have a lot of stuff that's going to be stuck inside. You can kind of see inside of there. So that's when this brush is really going to come in handy. I probably unplugged this before. Would recommend unplugging this before you go ahead and do that, just because you got that blade inside of there. So I'll go ahead and do that. And you can see that this is just going to be a pretty time-consuming process, like because it's getting stuck underneath the blade, all around the edges, those sorts of things. So actually getting all of the grounds out of here every single time is just going to take some time. It's going to be a little bit on the tedious side, just because you have to use this brush every single time to get all the grounds out. So you can see here how clean I was able to get it. There's still going to be some grounds in there, not a ton, but I was able to get the majority of them out. But it's just they get you can kind of see it, they get stuck underneath the blade. Here is where they're going to get stuck at, then they're going to get turned around, and then you kind of have to, you know, put them down to be able to get them out. So it does work definitely really nicely. I just wish there was kind of a little bowl or something that was inside of there that you could pull out versus you having to pour it into something when you're doing it. But you can see here it did do a really nice job of grinding up those whole coffee beans into a really nice ground.